Some of us are drawn to the wild, compelled by a force we can't quite explain. There's a restlessness that stirs inside, a yearning for places untouched and untamed, where the rules of civilization fade and nature reigns supreme. For me, the Amazon was the ultimate call, a siren song echoing through the years, growing louder with every story I read and every map I traced with my finger. It was a place that promised both danger and discovery, a world apart from anything I'd ever known. The Amazon isn't just a place on a map, it's a living, breathing force. It's a realm where every leaf, every shadow, every sound is part of a vast, interconnected web of life. To enter it is to step into a world that tests not just your survival skills, but your very spirit. Years of dreaming and planning led to this moment, standing on the riverbank, packing my gear with trembling hands, my heart pounding with anticipation and a touch of fear. I knew I was about to cross a threshold, leaving behind the familiar and stepping into the unknown. The Amazon demands humility and respect. It strips away comfort and ego, reminding you how small you truly are beneath its towering trees and endless green. Every step forward is a lesson in letting go of control and embracing uncertainty. I craved the raw encounters, the flash of a scarlet macaw's wings overhead, the haunting call of a howler monkey echoing through the canopy, the silent, watchful eyes of a caiman just beneath the water's surface. These moments, unpredictable and wild, were what I sought most. This was more than a trip. It was a quest to connect with something ancient and real, to touch a world that has existed long before us and will endure long after. I wanted to feel the pulse of the jungle, to stand in awe of its mysteries, and to find my place within its story. The journey began with a spark, a longing to break free from routine, to trade comfort for challenge, and to step boldly into the unknown. As the sun rose over the river, I set off, propelled by curiosity and a deep desire to discover what lay beyond the horizon. For me, the Amazon was the ultimate unknown, a place where every path was unmarked and every day brought new trials. It was a proving ground for the resilience of the human spirit, a place where I could test my limits and learn what I was truly capable of. I wasn't just seeking survival. I wanted to embrace the wild, to listen to its stories, and to return with memories and lessons worth sharing. Around the campfire at night, I reflected on the day's challenges, grateful for every hardship and every wonder. In the end, this journey was about more than adventure. It was about finding my place in the world's greatest wilderness and discovering a deeper connection to the wild places that still call to us, if only we have the courage to answer. Arriving in Manaus, the gateway to the Amazon, was like entering another realm entirely, a place where the boundaries between civilization and wildness blur. The city itself pulses with energy, perched on the edge of the world's greatest rainforest, its streets alive with the anticipation of adventure. As the first light of dawn crept over the skyline, I felt a sense of awe and trepidation, knowing that just beyond the city's edge, the unknown awaited. The air was thick, heavy with the scent of earth and life. Each breath felt like inhaling the very essence of the jungle, rich, damp, and teeming with possibility. The humidity wrapped around me like a second skin, and the mist seemed to blur the line between dream and reality. As we left the city, the jungle's true symphony emerged, a wall of sound, alive and electric. The calls of unseen birds, the rhythmic croak of frogs, and the constant hum of insects created a living soundtrack, a reminder that every inch of this place was inhabited and alert. The green was endless, painted in 1,000 shades, interrupted by bursts of color. Passion flowers, morpho butterflies, poison dart frogs. Every glance revealed new wonders, a flash of iridescent wings, a sudden movement in the undergrowth, a flower so vivid it seemed unreal. Life here is relentless and ingenious. Leafcutter ants marched in endless lines, carrying pieces of the forest above their heads. A sloth, perfectly camouflaged, watched the world in slow motion. Hummingbirds darted between blossoms, their wings a blur of motion and color. Every step into the jungle was a sensory overload, humidity clinging, sunlight barely reaching the forest floor. The ground was soft and springy beneath my boots, alive with hidden roots and the constant movement of insects. My skin prickled with sweat, and every sound seemed amplified in the thick green air. It felt like stepping into a cathedral of life, where every sense was heightened. The trees soared overhead, their branches woven into a living roof, that filtered the sunlight into golden shafts. The air was alive with the scent of wet earth, decaying leaves, and blooming flowers. Trees soared above, vines and epiphytes clinging to their trunks, each a world of its own. High above, bromeliads and orchids flourished, their roots never touching the ground, thriving in the filtered light and constant moisture. I was a guest in this kingdom, forced to adapt quickly. The scale of the forest was humbling, each tree a giant, each shadow a mystery. Moving forward meant surrendering to the rhythm of the jungle. Learning to read its signs and respect its boundaries. The jungle doesn't wait for you. It demands your attention and respect. Thorns snagged at my clothes, rivers cut deep through the undergrowth, and every muddy track hinted at the presence of creatures both curious and cautious. Out here, you're not at the top of the food chain. Jaguars move silently through the shadows, caimans lurk just beneath the water's surface, and the sheer scale of the forest reminds you how small and vulnerable you truly are. You learn the rules fast, or you don't last. Every movement must be deliberate, every sense alert. The jungle rewards patience and punishes carelessness, teaching you humility with every step. The Amazon's power is immediate and humbling. Storms roll in without warning, rivers swell and recede, and the forest breathes around you, ancient and eternal. Here, surrounded by the emerald abyss, you realize that survival is not about conquering the jungle, but about becoming a part of it, if only for a moment. The Amazon River is the rainforest's lifeline, carrying life and travelers deep into its heart. Our wooden boat became part of the jungle's rhythm, gliding through murky waters bordered by endless green. Pink river dolphins surfaced, squirrel monkeys leaped, and caimans watched from the banks. The river was a stage for nature's greatest show, teeming with visible and hidden life. Traveling by boat forced patience and observation, reading ripples, spotting flashes of color in the trees. The slow pace allowed for deep immersion, a meditative contrast to modern life. A sudden downpour, then a rainbow arching over the river, moments of pure magic. These experiences connected me to the soul of the planet. This was what I came for, unfiltered, unforgettable encounters. As the sun dips below the horizon, the Amazon undergoes a breathtaking transformation. The last golden rays filter through the dense canopy, painting the leaves in hues of amber and deep green. Shadows stretch and merge, and a hush falls over the forest as if the entire jungle is holding its breath, waiting for something extraordinary to begin. Day creatures retreat into their shelters, their calls fading into silence, and in their place, the jungle erupts in a symphony of sound. The air vibrates with the calls of unseen animals, the rustle of wings, and the steady hum of insects. Lying in my hammock, suspended between ancient trees, I listen to the hypnotic chorus of frogs and insects. Their rhythmic song seemed to pulse with the heartbeat of the forest, lulling me into a state of awe and wonder. Night excursions revealed a hidden world, caimans' eyes glowing like embers along the riverbanks, tarantulas creeping from their burrows, and countless other nocturnal creatures emerging from the shadows to claim the night as their own. High above, night monkeys peered down from tangled branches, their wide eyes reflecting the faintest glimmers of moonlight, curious and cautious in equal measure. Walking the jungle after dark, your world shrinks to a trembling circle of light cast by your flashlight. Every step is careful, every sound amplified. The snap of a twig, the flutter of wings, the distant splash of water. The darkness presses in, making you acutely aware of your surroundings. Fear and fascination blend together, heightening your senses. You learn to trust your instincts, to rely on your guide's experience, and to listen deeply to the language of the night. The night is alive with stories, each sound, each movement, a chapter in the ongoing drama of survival and adaptation. Fireflies flicker like tiny stars, illuminating the darkness with their silent signals. Somewhere in the distance, the haunting call of a potu echoes through the trees, its voice both eerie and beautiful, a reminder of the mysteries that thrive here. Suddenly, the sharp cry of a predator pierces the night, sending a shiver down your spine. You pause, heart pounding, and realize how much there is to learn from simply listening. The forest speaks in a language of rustles, calls, and silences. The jungle never truly sleeps. Beneath the thick canopy, life continues in a constant, restless cycle. In the darkness, the eternal dance of life and death plays out. Predators hunt, prey flees, and every creature fights for survival. Each night brings new stories, new struggles, and new triumphs. Witnessing this nocturnal drama was a privilege few ever experience. To be present in these moments is to glimpse the Amazon's most intimate secrets, to feel the pulse of the wild in your veins. It was humbling, exhilarating, and unforgettable, a reminder of how small we are in the face of such ancient, untamed beauty. The Amazon's true heart beats loudest after dark, when the world is cloaked in mystery and possibility. In those hours, I felt both vulnerable and completely alive, forever changed by the wild living night of the Amazon. No preparation matches the wisdom of a local guide. Marco, from an indigenous community, saw the jungle as a provider, not an adversary. He taught me to find food, water, and medicine in the forest, and to respect its delicate balance. His stories revealed a deep spiritual connection to the land. Marco's knowledge was a living library, a reminder that the Amazon's people are its true guardians. Their wisdom is essential for the rainforest's survival. With Marco, the jungle became a living pharmacy and toolkit. He showed me medicinal plants like the cinchona and dragon's blood tree, and how to craft tools from palms and vines. Every plant and animal had a purpose, a story, a use. Marco could identify birds by call, spot sloths in the canopy, and read animal tracks. This wasn't just about survival, it was about understanding the web of life. Indigenous knowledge is a priceless, endangered resource. Protecting the Amazon means preserving this ancient wisdom. The Amazon tests you, physically and mentally. Weather shifts from blistering sun to torrential rain in minutes, turning trails to rivers of mud. Insects are relentless. Bites and stings are constant reminders of nature's indifference. Getting lost is a real danger. Panic is the enemy. Focus is your lifeline. Each challenge, rain, insects, fear, builds resilience and respect for the wild. The jungle strips you down, revealing your true self. Overcoming adversity is what forges the connection to nature. It's not comfort, but hardship that makes the adventure real. The Amazon is a tough but fair teacher. Every trial is a lesson in humility and strength. The Amazon is an emotional crucible. Fear, excitement, and awe collide. Fear keeps you sharp. It's a survival instinct, not a weakness. Excitement fuels the journey, spotting rare animals, navigating wild rivers, waking to the jungle's chorus. Awe is constant. The scale, the biodiversity, the ancient power of the forest. Standing at sunset, I felt small but connected to something vast. The Amazon forges your spirit, teaching resilience and self-discovery. It's more than a physical test, it's a transformation. The jungle strips away the non-essential, revealing your place in the world. The experience leaves an indelible mark on your soul. Leaving the Amazon is bittersweet. The jungle stays with you. Its lessons, beauty, and urgency for protection become part of who you are. The Amazon is the lungs of our world, facing threats that feel personal after seeing its wonders. We are all responsible for its survival. Its fate is tied to ours. Adventure is essential for the human spirit, whether in the Amazon or your local wild place. Seek out the unknown, let it test and inspire you. Respect and protect the natural world. Find your own Amazon, wherever it may be. The wild is calling. Answer it.